Hi, everyone. Today we're going to talk briefly about the process of taking the source information that you found and learning how to translate that into your own words. So, we're going to start with this quote on our organizer. And the first thing I want to do is I just want to read this out loud. And as I'm reading, if there's anything that sticks out to me as something that maybe I'm not sure of the meaning of or that I need to find out more about, I'm going to highlight or bold it so I can come back to it. So, the first thing I see is a 2009 study from a group of researchers at Albert Einstein College of Medicine in New York showed that compared to those who have minimal or no recess time, seems important, elementary school children who have free time during the day receive higher ratings from teachers on their classroom behavior. Okay, so a couple things I'm noticing here. First, I know that this is a group of researchers who did this, right? So over here, when I start summarizing, I can say a group of researchers, and I can say kind of what they found. So they found that these kids who have free time during the day have better behavior when compared with those who have minimal, which I know means like not very much or no recess time. So they found that kids who have recess have better behavior as measured by their teachers than those who have no recess time. So a group of researchers found that kids who had recess were rated as having better behavior by their teachers than kids who had no recess. Okay, so now I've just kind of taken that and processed this information, put it into my own words. Now I'm going to repeat the process with a second quote. So this quote says, prior research has shown that children are less fidgety and more attentive after recess. In 2007, Dr. Kenneth Ginsburg, a pediatrician at the University of Pennsylvania, wrote about the benefits of play on behalf of the American Academy of Pediatrics. He described play as essential for healthy brain development. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this part. Prior research. I know that prior means before. So we're going to say research that's happened before has shown that kids fidget or wiggle less after recess. Um, so research has shown that kids have a better focus and wiggle less after recess. Then I know that Dr. Ginsburg, so according to Dr. Kenneth Ginsburg, play for recess time is really important to how kids' brains develop. Okay. The last one I'm going to come to over here. Number 3 says one of the study's most surprising findings was the appalling state of recess in the United States. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this word and I'm going to pause because I need to remember what I know about this word. So appalling. Oh, okay. So I remember now appalling means bad. So the study's most surprising finding or information was that recess was really bad in the United States. 3 in 10 kids had either no recess or enjoyed only a minimal break during the day of less than 15 minutes. Black or Hispanic children were more likely to be deprived of recess, as were children who came from lower income families, had parents with less education, or were living in larger cities and in the South. And the authors have explained that children today have less free time or play or unstructured time in school than they did in the 1960s or 1970s. So when I'm thinking about how I'm going to summarize this in my own words, I'm going to say in the US, recess is in bad shape. Many children do not have recess at all, and overall, kids have less recess time today than they did in the 60s or 1970s. Okay? So again, you're just kind of going through each piece and summarizing in your own words. So for your organizer, you were free to use the first three that I came up with. And what I'd like for you to do now is to go through each of these other pieces of information and summarize them in your own words using the same process that we just did. Then look for additional instructions in Google Classroom.